Yesterday's episode of Fruits Baskets was absolutely fabulous. If I do say so myself, it's absolutely fabulous. And it's because we have our boy IMA up in the house. I have to say, if it was just Yuki and focus on Yuki alone, this episode wouldn't be that interesting. Be honest with you, ever since I first read and saw Fruits Baskets many years ago, I never really cared for Yuki as a character. In my immature self, I always saw him as a spoiled brat. Like, yes, he had his problems, but he acted like he had them worse than everybody else. But now I'm older, and I see that everyone has their problems, and it doesn't have a beat. Doesn't matter who's worse and who's better. It's still their problems, and it's something that they have to go through alone most of the times. I'm glad I understand that now. So, after watching this episode, I much appreciate it now. We all go through our stuff, our own regrets. We want to run away from something, but if we run away from it, that challenge is there to make us better, to make us stronger. But you can't become that. You don't know if you win or fail if you run away. You only really lose is when you quit. And quitting is equivalent to running away. That's exactly what Yuki doesn't want to do anymore, especially with the parent-teacher conference, not knowing what to do in the future. So apparently his parents would pretty much give him away to the head house so that he would be the head house's plaything. And the brother was there, Ayame. Ayame was insensitive at the time. He was a different kind of person, and he felt regret after not trying to reach out for his little brother, Yuki. Now Ayame, ever since then, had regrets of what he has done, and it explains why he's very overbearing when it comes to trying to give his full undivided attention to Yuki. Is because he doesn't want to be that person anymore. It scares him. Since it scares him, and he does it, he shows how he handles his stress and fears in his own way by being overly dramatic, but in a very entertaining way. The guy is just full of energy. The question is it for show or if it's truly sincere? What if it's both? You can have both in the end, after all. And he has his own problems as well. His own, mostly regret. This happens mostly when you are the oldest of the siblings. When you're the oldest siblings, you are given into the pressure first, but you know how to deal with it because you're older now. Since you're older, the young ones look up to you to know what to do, but most of the times you just don't want to deal with it because you've been dealing with it longer than they have. So you kind of shut yourself off. You don't want to deal with anything else. You have your own problems to deal with, which is bad. A lot of people do this, unfortunately. And even I myself has done this every now and then, so I'm not going to lie. I've done this, so I can, in a way, relate to what IMA's talking about in a sense of way. No doubt. And because of that, they have to talk, finally. He had someone who became his emotional support system, which was Mine. Mine is his assistant secretary. And it seems that she, in a way, can understand him, bring him into a new light. We all need that support system, Yes, we must fight every battle alone in life. But does it mean we should have to? Does it mean we should have to fight those battles alone? If we have people that are willing to help us, I think we should take the help if you want to. Because even though you have your own life, doesn't mean you have to live it alone. You can have supporters. And I think it's something that a lot of people need to understand. You don't do everything by yourself. You had assistance along the way, one way or another, whether you like to admit that or not. That's just reality at the end of the day. This episode went by very fast because it really just stayed in one place, but yet again, it felt so much emotion to it. Mainly on also how Yuki and his development, how he doesn't want to run away. He wants to bring his parents there, even though he will have that overbearing, suffocating atmosphere with them. He wants to fight against it to see how far he has gone as a person, which is good. But of course, the brother wants to be there just to, ease up the tension, because Lord knows there will be tension. That comic relief character is very needed. But there's all kinds of comic relief characters, and he's the one where he's very wise, but he acts goofy for the sake of it, because he knows everyone else is just so on the edge. And speaking of the edge, there's something I've always realized when it comes to reverse harem anime slash manga. It's always have to do when you have a reverse harem. The guys are always extremely handsome, and they always have this edgy past, this very sad, tragic past that gives them some sort of trauma that they can't deal with until they meet the main character. You can even, in a way, say this in My Life as a Villainess, which is out right now. You should watch it. It's always like that. And as a normal harem, not all the girls have dark pasts or some depressing. Some of them just have their own things to go through. But it's not that bad. All I'm saying is that it's the cliche when you do the reverse harem kind of formula. And I just wanted to point that out. Someone did point that out when I was talking about it some days ago. I'm like, you know what? You're right. You're on to something. Definitely are. But anyways, I'm going to cut this one short. Not much to really talk about in this, like I said, stay in one place. But nonetheless, you could get a lot out of it just by watching it and seeing it from different sides of perspectives at the end of the day. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrown on Monday. Signing out.